Welcome to episode 20 of The Artificial Mind, the podcast where we explore the fascinating world of artificial intelligence and its many applications. And today we're taking a different approach and we're getting physical with the power of blending with Midjourney. What's going on, Stro?
That's right. That's right, Jonathan. Today in this episode, we're going to be doing some generating art using a combination of stock photos and our own personal photos. We're both really excited to see what we can create with the help of Midjourney's AI technology.
Absolutely. We're going to be exploring a variety of themes and subjects, from nature to architecture and everything in between. So buckle up and join us for this exciting episode of TAM 20. We're feeling pretty good. We had a good time. We did some really special stuff.
Turned out really cool.
We did some really exciting stuff. Let's not waste any time, right?
I got waste a little time. John made a new table, and this is awesome. This new setup is awesome.
Oh, yeah. This and it's funny because this happened by accident, like a complete accident. It happened. I was actually trying to make a stage so that when we do like some of the photos and stuff, it's there, and I put the tables, I put the stage, I put the background, and then this little thing came out. They got this little Mr. Handy guy up here who looks pretty cool, and I like him. So let's go right into it, man. I'm excited to talk about this.
Let us blend. It didn't sound right.
Yeah. All right. So this one's yours.
So that would be a tree that I took out in nature. That obviously wasn't done yesterday because we still got snow where I'm at. But this was taken at a nature place last fall. Some nice little mushrooms.
Yeah. So you blended it with this photo here.
It's computer chip.
Now, what was the reason behind getting you doing the computer chip and the tree?
I was thinking the most polar opposites of nature versus tech, and I think that's basically as far of a spectrum as you could go, like microorganism mushrooms and then micro chips. I didn't even think that at the time, but that's what I'm going with now.
Yep. And the final product that you came out with is this beauty right here.
Yeah.
It's got that photo.
It turned out really nice.
Sucker for. It has that photo that I absolutely love, as always. Okay. Very fun. You got the chip in there. You got the tree. It's almost kind of like the same angle, but like opposite direction and just a bit closer. So it came out really nice.
You can already see it decomposing. The mushrooms are going to work.
Very nice.
My favorite. So you did the pizza.
Yep. So I did the pizza. The pizza's here, and this is actually, and I'm going to shout them out. Benitadino's. This is the biggest slice that I have been able to find in New Jersey alone. God, it's so good. It's so good. But you know me,
What does a slice go for?
oh, that's like a $4 or $5 slice.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I love pizza, so I had food porn. Okay, we live with it, we love it, we go for it. It's great, and I had to do it. So I
Pepperoni.
made an image of a triangular abstract shape like Earth planet. Okay, this went way beyond the realm that I was going for, but it worked. Like, it completely worked. It came out how I wanted. And then the final product is this, like, really, like, sticker book type newspaper cover style of a pizza.
Oh, what do they call them? Like collage?
So, yes, a collage of some sort. And it's cool because, like, you see there's one slice of pizza over down to the right, and it,
Yeah. Which looks like the
yeah, it has like
guy.
the sky on it. You see some like with like Cheez-Its on it or something. Very interesting. Very interesting stuff, man. I mean, I think that they came out really good. It's really cool to talk about the blending feature because the blending feature is like still fairly new, and you could do so much with it. You can make yourself into a superhero. You could turn your cat into a dog. It's really cool. You can have a little fun with it. The next one that we have.
So it's like a step up from that you were able to upload a picture and then you have to go open up another page to see that picture and then upload it again. It kind of eliminates that process if you have two pictures to blend together already. So it's nice.
Talk to us about this one, man.
This must have been around the same time because it looks like fall. I'm always noticing how trees. Well, the law of what it is. It's an Egyptian law, it's a reversal law of what goes up must come down, as above as below. A tree's got roots. I'm sure you've seen pictures where people have taken the top of the tree and then they show below the soil and the roots and how they air each other. And I always thought, well, lightning does that too. There's a lot of things. Even our blood vessels in our bodies look that way. So I could have done it with blood vessels, neurons and stuff like that. But I went with those two. And what did we get?
Final.
Yeah. So we got
looking like that.
Yeah, I like how it didn't make the lightning come from the sky. It almost looks like it's emanating from the tree itself.
It's like a part of it, or either like
lightning,
like lightning hit the tree, and it kept it. It like gave it new life or something. That came out so good. It came out so cool, to be honest with you. That would probably even like come out like a really nice tattoo. Might even be a nice album cover. I mean, you could really turn anything into an album cover, can you not?
Mm-hmm. Oh, trees. Yeah. Squares and triangles, circles. I believe that was a Black Sabbath album cover. Pretty Witch album.
Yep. The next one. Oh, we just did that one. The next one is mine. So this is a bridge. I completely forgot what bridge this is. If someone can help me out, I couldn't.
Too bad you can't zoom in on that.
Yeah, whatever the sign is, I have to see it. But I have a fascination for bridge architecture. I think it's very beautiful. You never see the same bridge twice. Okay. I think that's very interesting. So what I did here is that I blended a Midjourney image where I wanted like a community of survivors in a growing compound here, as you can see that. So I wanted.
So that was I was taken from a Midjourney picture then, one on the left.
So it's actually funny. So I kind of went a little hard with this one. So I got this photo, recreated this photo. It gave me this, right?
And
So after that, I decided, well, now it's time for me to blend the two images, and this is what came out of it. It's
okay.
it's practically the exact same bridge. Practically the exact same bridge, but you see the survivors going this. I always go in the post-apocalyptic route. I don't know why. I always do, though.
It's been in our brains for a while.
So, I mean, with the height of The Last of Us, which is really good, I really enjoyed making this specific piece itself. You get a little bit of the post-apocalypse, you get a little bit of bridge architecture, you get a lot of different elements that help, that help with the energy that is needed to create these environments. And I'm always thinking about post-apocalyptic environments. So, as what are some go-to things that you keep on going to when on Midjourney? Like, what are some themes you keep on going back to?
Oh, UFOs, blueprints. I just when we first started doing this stuff and we were messing around with just the blueprint idea, oh, I could do that all day with all sorts of different stuff. Cards too, like tarot cards or even playing cards. I still want to do that someday. I see you want to do you're going to do a story at some point, or you've been working on it. So
I'm working on something really cool called Insurgents. I'm actually super excited to use the power of technology to bring that story to life. I'm personally, I keep on going back to some of those same things like blueprints. I'm always doing space type renderings as well.
I'll squeeze in a little Fallout too. I've noticed you'll do that every now and then.
Yep, architecture is a big thing that I play around with too. And you're gonna see that with some of my next ones too. But I believe you're next. The wheel.
Spirited wheel, traveling, reveling.
Yup.
That was a wheel I took a picture of at my neighbor's down the road.
Yeah. So what? Oh, okay. So is there major significance about this wheel?
Actually, when we were talking about doing blending, this is the first concept idea I had. It was the go-to one. I was like, easy, a wheel and a seashell, because they kind of got symmetry going on with each other, and I really wanted to see what that would do.
Absolutely, and we're gonna see the seashell right now.
Yeah.
So that's the seashell that you chose,
and it's a cut in half view, I guess is what you'd call that. I couldn't find any. I've taken a lot of photos over the years, so I thought I'd have at least one seashell my own like that, and I didn't, so I had to use some clip art. But the result still was awesome.
If you're not in the area that has seashells on a regular basis, you're gonna have a hard time in retrieving it. So your final.
And even online, finding one was hard. Yeah.
This is how your final came out. And like you see a bit of both images inside of the final image here.
Like how that turned out. I don't know if I sent you the 4 that come out when you're first trying it out. They all looked pretty cool in their own sense, but this, I thought, blended both pictures the best.
Absolutely.
What if you did see some wheels running around like that? Like people started making wagon wheels again, but they started using that could go into that technology where they make cars that don't almost look like skeletons, because the skeleton of the car is kind of like this and that, and there's holes here. It's kind of like the 3D printers they got now. They're 3D printing cars, but the frames are not built solid. There's apps, but it actually holds, there's more structure to it. I'll have to look that up. I know I've seen it.
We're gonna have to play with that theme too. What we have next is so this picture was taken on the Staten Island Ferry, heading into New York City. I actually really like this picture because it's like this is kind of like weirdly angled, right? And you're kind of just looking at it, and it's a beautiful
Short person.
So I wanted to do something exciting with messing around with the idea of like a hanging garden city in New York. Because it's starting to become a thing, and I got this image over here. Yeah, it's letting nature overgrow into an ecosystem. And a place like New York would be a perfect place to do things like that. I mean, there's already rooftop gardens. Some buildings already have some of these eco-friendly plants already covering them. So why not? So the idea is there already, but I mean, this was the final product. And it's funny too, you see the Freedom Tower twice. And it's kind of eerie too, because we had the Twin Towers, and seeing the Freedom Tower twice in this photo is really, it
Makes you wonder.
But if you notice, it literally blended the images together. The
Well, that turned out good.
angle is there.
That is interesting. I did it twice.
Yeah. It's almost like it was aware that at one point there was,
Twins.
that looked exactly the same at one point in New York City.
AI's wishful thinking.
Oh yeah. Your next one. This one's you.
There ever was a Tool album cover. This is it.
There.
Was actually taken a few years ago on my phone, messing around with some filters, and I got that cool looking tripod. That is me.
The third eye, man.
Yeah.
And so what was your...
So I didn't have an... Yeah.
If that was too soon?
Surprise!
There it is.
There you go. I knew I wanted to do something with my face, because I always got to do something with my face. The face just needs... And the other picture was taken at Garden of the... out in Illinois, south district Illinois. And yeah.
Really?
I'll have to show you some other photos that are like it, that are just like me up by it, so you can see how big this thing was. But I got real close in there. It's just a rock that's got all these different colors and features in it. That area is nice to go to. If you ever get a chance, go to the Garden of the Gods in Illinois. I know there's a couple Garden of the Gods, so you got to make sure you put the right one in.
I'm gonna have to check that out. So your final product came out to be something eerie and artistically
Mayan.
Yeah, like it's
It made me Mayan.
it's very scary. It's almost like a carved, like the perspective that I got was it's like a... So you know how they're doing the Chief Crazy Horse Monument, right? And it almost looks like that this face is carved into the rock, but at the same time, it really looks like a it
Carved it in such a way it looks like it's sticking out.
like it's telling you something, like it's very... This was very interesting looking, and
I liked it because usually I'd throw my face into a picture. It doesn't really give me a good representation. Like when you do like your Disney pixel ones, right? Those look pretty much like you. You got your mustache, you got your eyeglasses. Me, it always makes me look like I'm a meth head skinny dude. I'm skinny, but I'm not that skinny. It doesn't always work out.
on with it for you. It has a whole... The AI has a whole different...
Does it have a touch?
It's like
Yeah, you'll have to do.
that's funny. That's funny. I'm sorry. It doesn't. I mean, at least it likes you.
I try.
At least it likes you. Number 7. Ah, another photo that I took,
Another day. Another day downtown.
and you already know that I love the future, and I always feel like New York City would look like the greatest city in the future, right? So let's play around with that idea, and I brought that to life with this. It gave me this like, see, and I've been playing around a lot with with a lot of the atomic era stuff, but I did not put atomic era anything into the image prompts. But it's still giving me like this cool futuristic city that has like atomic era mixed with the little synthwave style, except the synthwave is showing in the morning. It's like morning synthwave, right?
You wonder if MJ is getting to the point where it's recognizing, like, for each individual that's using this, like with your stuff, it's getting to the point where it's kind of picking up what you like, so it'll throw a little bit of that in there every now and then. Like I kind of wonder that sometimes.
I think so too. And the final product of this actually came out so beautiful.
Ah,
Yeah, look at that. And you want to laugh. This was actually one of the photos that I used. And it's actually funny because I blended the photos to make today's background, to make today's table.
yeah, I saw that. Saw the spoiler.
This is one of the photos that was used to make the new stage and the new setup. And you could see it in the back. You could see,
Turned out really cool.
yeah, you can see it in the background behind us. It just looks very eclectic. It just looks right.
Turned out so cool.
Yeah. And
That was an accident.
yeah, that was pure accident, ladies and gentlemen. Our final one, which is you. This has so this is your original photo here.
So what is that, kids? You tell me. It's the moon. You would be correct.
It's the real moon, right? I'm kidding.
That is actually a telescope shot. I was out one night. I took a good old iPhone as best I could without shaking into my telescope. And I got a few good shots, but that's probably the most clearest one I got.
Just put the lens on the telescope itself.
Old school, just flat out, one eyeball to the other, or lens to another, basically. You do get some pretty nice clear nights around here, so I can get some good shots.
So
That. And then the other one
and now
was,
interesting because you actually need to talk about this and why. Oh, whoopsie! I did it again.
all right.
There it is.
So that is the ceiling view of some site in Egypt. And this piece was actually called Taurus. Actually, I believe what it was actually called was Taurus Libra, because Libra is like the other extreme of the other side. Like if we were east, they would be west, or if we were north, they'd be south. You know, they're like our 180 opposite. I believe there's a representation of Libra in there too. But I took that and blended them together, which I knew would have a pretty good turnout because they both got circles right in the middle. And just wondered if there's a moon in there already. No, there isn't.
I don't know. So you ready for the final product?
Yeah.
Boom.
And the only thing I had to complain about was I wish it would have showed a little more, you know, where the black is. But for what it did show, it turned out awesome.
Yeah. I really like this. Well, first, you know, because you're talking about, you know, the astrological sign of the Taurus, which we both are. Very interesting too, some of the comparisons, because you know our names are JS. We're both Tauruses. You know, we were in the
Or heaven.
together. We went to boot camp together, and I have a fascination for the moon, and I think it's pretty cool that I am a Taurus too. So I love that you had these two in mind, right?
I don't know how that would work for your, because you're like towards the end of the Taurus, but think you're I think you're descending, not you're ascending, because that would be Taurus, but I think you're ascending or descending is the moon. Your natal chart and all that shit. That's into a different realm. Realm.
Yeah. So I mean, what was your favorite thing about blending? What did you enjoy about it?
I enjoyed it because it reminded me of back in the day when we did another form of this, and I was telling you about this right before we did the show. Um, called it did they call it superimposing? I believe that's what we did. So we basically took our camera, an actual camera, and took a picture, and then you would roll back the film, have to roll it back by hand, just a little bit, like one picture back, and then you superimpose another picture on that one. So you would get stuff like what we're doing with this blending. I was telling John for the show that there's I'm sure there's many books out there, but I have one called Durational Images, and it's by Scott Mutter, and that's basically what he did is he took photos and superimposed them. I don't know if we're actually going to show that on.
We could serration, yep, and then we could, I'll find the link for it. I could put in.
Yeah, that's kind of an idea. I've done this idea before of blending things together. So when MJ did it, and you wanted to do a podcast on it, I was like, yeah, let's do that because that's something that I had interest in.
I actually have a few ideas. You tell me what you would like to do for the next episode. I got some. So we have cosmic and futuristic landscapes, kind of like world building, abstract and surreal portraits, steampunk and industrial machinery, cybernetic organisms and bionic enhancements, and urban decay and dystopian futures. These are some things that I have gotten from ChatGPT as a suggestion. Do any of those tickle your fancy that you'd like to have in the next episode?
The first two stand out to me.
Cosmic and futuristic landscape and abstract and surreal portraits. Okay.
Yeah.
Which one you want?
Which one you want?
I kind of want to do the abstract and surreal portraits.
Works.
Yeah. And
That's right.
do you have a final thought for today's episode?
I'm sure we'll do another podcast of blending down the road because I'm sure it'll getting better. But I like this because it's a step out of having to upload a picture. Like I said earlier, bring it up on other site and just having to do it just kind of eliminates all that and it does it more smoothly. So, we're going to have to do some snipping around on Dolly and them too and see what they do for tricks and stuff if they have a blending thing too. Because I've been curious about that, like what their features are matching. That's probably a podcast we should do down the road is all the AIs, the pros and cons of them.
I agree. We would play around with that.
If you've done it, if you've actually messed around with other stuff, let us know what you think about it. Like if Jay's the shit or if something else is.
Absolutely. And hey guys, I just want to say thank you all for tuning into this episode. I personally hope you enjoyed. I know Showbridge hopes you enjoyed it. I hope you guys, enjoyed exploring the world of art with us and seeing how we were able to blend it with the power of artificial intelligence and Midjourney. Also, guys, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to stay updated on all our latest episodes and behind-the-scenes content. Our next episode is going to be abstract and surreal portraits. That's actually going to be really fun because we're going to be making people. So that's good. That's going to be interesting. Always remember, guys, the journey into the world of artificial intelligence is just beginning. So stay tuned for more exciting updates and explorations on the next episode of The Artificial Mind.